Okay, so welcome in, and today I'm with Jacqueline Scotch with Evergreen Home Loans, and she and I are going to have that great conversation about buyers and what to expect in the housing market coming up in the next year, and what puts you in the best position. So,
Perfect.
hello, Jacqueline. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. So I'm Jacqueline Scotch, and I've been lending since 2017, and I'm with Evergreen Home Loans, and we have some really amazing products and ways to help navigate the market. I know it can be incredibly intimidating right now to buy, and the most important thing is that you've got a team on your side between an amazing real estate agent and a lender working together to make sure that you are put in the strongest position possible, and that's what we're here to talk about.
A lot of people are feeling right now that interest rates are still higher. They have come down, which is really great, but they are feeling like it's still a little too high. And also on the flip side, some of that concern for the next couple months is that our area is actually projected to continue to go up in the median home price. So we want to talk about some strategies today as to how to address some of those things as well as calm your fears. So we're going to give you some strategies today to build that confidence and help you be a more prepared buyer. And then stay tuned though, because if you're a seller, we have some things for you as well.
Yes.
Okay, so Jacqueline, strategy number one is, do we buy now? Do we buy later? What are the rates going to look like over the next
year?
Yeah, the next year, yeah. So there are some anticipated rate cuts coming. Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk a little bit about what those look like?
Yes. So the anticipation, never a guarantee, but anticipation is that the feds are either going to keep rates where they are or potentially cut some of the short-term rates. And so that may help with the mortgage interest rates, and we may see them start to go down, which is very exciting. And so hopefully we will see that, and we'll see a little bit more affordability open up in the market. However, what we're still seeing in the market is the lack of inventory, and that's truly the problem child of the current scenario with buying. And so that is something as far as when you're looking to time your buy, you want to consider the inventory piece of it as well, more than just the interest rates. And so typically what they say is when the interest rates drop about 1%, we see millions of buyers enter the market. And so if our inventory doesn't increase, we're going to have more buyers enter the market without additional inventory. And so we'll start to feel that same pressure that we felt in 2020 and 2021, where things got quite competitive.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that happened with that was whenever there is less inventory and more buyers, it drives the cost of the home sales up. And I know that that's one fear that people have. Mm-hmm. And a common misconception is that those prices won't increase and the housing market's going to crash. Well, the interesting thing about this area in North Idaho is it's such a desirable place to live, mm-hmm. and people are still moving here. And so we want to make sure that even if this area increases, you can still get into a home. And so as we're looking at inventory, potential rate cuts, all of those things, we want to make sure that you have the strategies you need. So when it comes to buying right now, we have some options for that. One thing that's really great is sellers are still willing to negotiate. So one of the ways to negotiate is to do a rate buy down. Mm-hmm. So you can ask for that within your contract. It can help lower your interest rate. And then really fun piece that you get to do in about 6 months when the interest rates are lower is
hopefully take advantage of a refinance.
Yes, that's the goal. Again, like you said, no guarantee. But that is one strategy that a lot of people are taking advantage of, is they buy down the rate now, and then when the interest rates drop, they can refinance, and then they will be in a lower interest rate. They got into the home because there wasn't a lot of competition. They still got a decent price on the home, and they weren't in one of those scenarios where they had to make multiple offers.
Yes, and the really neat thing with the interest rate buy downs is there are 2 types of buy downs that you can take advantage of, and you can combine them. So there's a permanent rate buy down, which it actually reduces your permanent interest rate on your note. So for the life of your loan, it buys down the interest rate. The other option is the temporary buy down, and those are increasingly popular as we're in this market, and we're asking for those because we do anticipate more refinances over the next couple of years. And the reason why those are more popular than the permanent buy down is that if you refinance before you take advantage of your entire balance for the temporary buy down, those funds will get reallocated on your new loan. So you don't lose them, which is really incredible. And there's quite a few options. You can do a 1-year buy down, 2-year, or 3-year buy down. So that's all a part of the negotiations that your real estate agent is going to go through you with and try to help figure out which is going to be the best option and how to get the most value out of every dollar.
Okay, so another strategy as we're looking into a little bit further into 2024, and maybe you're going to wait and purchase when there is more inventory on the market. Maybe you haven't quite found that perfect home. You've been working with a lender, you're pre-approved, everything looks really good. However, now we are in more of a competitive market, and that means that you could be up against other offers. So we are going to be looking at how we can place you in the most competitive situation to have your offer be accepted over other offers. So one really great program that Jacqueline has at Evergreen is called a cash out program. Now I'm just going to let her talk about it, take over from here, because she's going to be able to explain that really well too.
Perfect. So at Evergreen, we actually have a specialized, unique product on the market, and it is called Cash Up, and it is so incredibly neat. So we created it before 2020 happened, and so it's a very well utilized program. But essentially what it is you as a buyer are completely approved and underwritten. So we know you are rock solid. And so what we do is we actually allow Christy to go in and make a cash offer on your behalf. That is a 10-day close, no contingencies, except for inspections. We do want to make sure that's done.
Always.
But yes. But other than that, there are no contingencies on it, so that your offer is as rock solid as they come. And something that we found and saw a lot of in 2020 is even if you were pre-approved, completely underwritten, cash always still was the number one. And so even if people were coming in over asking, cash is always guaranteed. And so what we see with this product is that it not only makes your offer incredibly competitive, but it also might even allow you to save a little bit, which is really neat. It's kind of a twofold program, but it's amazing to be able to get your offer accepted. And we only ask for 10% down. So you don't even have to bring in a full 20% or anything like that. So it's a pretty incredible program to get your offer on the top of the list.
That's amazing. And it kind of eases your mind, right? Knowing that you are going to be strong and competitive. And I absolutely love that quick close.
Yes.
That is a key thing as well that helps to get your offer accepted too. So if you found this information helpful, we just ask that you like and subscribe and share this with your friends. Maybe it can help someone else too, and we want to help a lot of people. So that would be great if you could share that with others. And next, we are going to talk about how to sell your home in 2024.